I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team, and welcome to the channel. Come on in, everybody. We are here to talk about Belle Collective, episode 4, child. They talked about that bed. I was howling. Do you hear me? Come on in, everyone. Welcome to the DYANAROZAY Show. I appreciate every single one of y'all for coming over to the barbecue, baby. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. If you can hear the sound of my voice, let me know by putting your city, your state, your country, your island, wherever you are from, into the chat. I see some of my members like Miss Jackie Green. What's up, Jackie? Hey, Gloria, my St. Louis sister. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who else do we have in here? Let me try to put the light in my face for Pete's sake. It gives a weird shadow. But come on in, y'all. I like to say hello to everybody first. So, here we go. Here we go. St. Louis. What's up? What's up? I had to watch the show again, child. It was a good episode. I know people have been ragging on this show, but it was a good episode. Jackson, Mississippi is in the house. New Jersey is in the house. Clone, that's who I was looking for. What's up, Miss Clone? Clone is my real sister. We got the same mama, same daddy. She is here helping me out. Miss Lady D Keys is here. Welcome. Little Rock, Arkansas. What's up? What's up? Hey, hey, hey. Thank you, Cloner. I appreciate you. You said you're watching from DC, baby. She said, the land of the National Guard. I am so sorry. I have been reading all kinds of crazy stuff. I know that these states are trying to starve babies and children and people that need it the most. I am disgusted. I am absolutely disgusted. What's up, Alabama? Get yourselves in here. Okay, we are here at the cookout, baby. Let me get my little baby up here. Kenny, Kung Fu Kenny. Hold on, hold on. I got so much stuff going on in this back wall. Y'all have no idea. Look, this is a cookout. Kung Fu Kenny here. Okay. Where's the LA folk at? Come on in. I know y'all done brought some good stuff. Okay. I don't know who got the paper plates, but bring them on out. Because I have been cooking my ass off all day getting ready for this party. So let's go. Okay, let's go. You got the potato salad. All right, cool, cool, cool. Okay, let's go. I told y'all my dad, well, he was born in Texas, and he lived over there in the California, the Bay Area for a long, long time. Okay, so y'all come on through, because we done cooked and everything, so we can gossip, play spades, have a good time, child, talking about these damn people over here on Belle Collective. Okay, I'm the gossiping auntie, period. Okay, I'm in everybody's damn business. That's just what it is. All right, let's go. Let's go. I ain't going to keep y'all any longer. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. I could not be more grateful to have y'all. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. You have joined the family with the rest of the cousins, okay, over here. So come on in. You said you got the corn. Okay, the corn on the cob and the butter, baby. Okay, the cheesecake. Come on in. Okay, people are hungry, drinking, and ready. So let's go. Listen. It picked up where it left off. I don't know if people have been paying attention. It picked up where it left off with Marie's cousin checking Glenn. That's where we come in on the scene. Now, last week I said that Glenn had made the comment about I'm attracted to my wife. What I didn't say last week is that when the question was asked, is anyone in here attracted to anybody in the room? Mandy Pandy, okay, Beetlejuice herself actually says, I'll say it. I'm attracted to Glenn. So listen, I don't think people have given Mandy the attention she deserved. She actually called it out first and said, I'm attracted to Glenn. That's your friend you sitting beside, ho. Anyway, let me fan myself a little bit. Come on in. I appreciate y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. The beans are here, baby. Them beans was good last week. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, but yeah, Mandy Pandy, aka Beetlejuice, said, I'm attracted to Glenn. And when Glenn, everybody looked at Glenn, were like, what the fuck? Then she was like, don't lie. And he was like, I'm attracted to my wife. She started this entire thing. Now it makes sense to me why she came out and did an interview to get ahead of that shit before the season actually aired good. Girl, you done messed that whole thing up. Okay. Yes, go back and listen. I missed it too. The way they played it on the show, I don't know if they played it different, but when I opened it up, when I watched it again a little bit ago, they show us a back scene where you see her say, I'll say it first. I'm attracted to Glenn. And then she looks at him like, now you get to say you attracted to me. Did you want him and Letitia to break up so that you can get to him? I don't know. Something was wrong with that. Come on in, everybody. It just wasn't the game. The red velvet cake is here. Anyway, y'all know Mandy pulled Letitia outside, so they go out the door so they can have their one-on-one. But inside, that is when the date. Now, this is why I said those two weren't together, because you ain't going to disrespect the girl that you're with if you were together, right? Unless y'all got something else going on. I don't know. But she ends up saying, don't lie, Glenn. I saw the messages. She ain't got a dog in the fight. We don't know her. We don't know her. Hell, I don't even think Letitia knows her. Glenn doesn't know her. She said, don't lie, Glenn. Don't lie. I saw the messages. That causes Glenn to jump up. And I won't say he was in her face. It didn't look like he was trying to attack her. However, or get physical with her. However, when he got out of his seat, you could see production and probably some of the bodyguards or security come into the scene. So maybe, he could see in his peripheral that he didn't want to play that game. But when he got up, there was men who weren't even on the show that showed up into the scene. So that let me know the security was on top of it. And then Cliff, he goes over and grabbed him. Come on, man. Don't make yourself look dumb. You know what I'm saying? Come on in, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Uh-oh. Out grocery shopping, but listening. Child, come on in. The question was not warranted. She was what? Capping. Yes. I agree. Her comment was not warranted. The fire already started. Okay. Letitia and Mandy are outside. I'm trying to hesitate not to call her Beetlejuice, but Beetlejuice and Letitia are outside. Your friend is inside talking for you now. Don't lie, Glenn. Glenn's like, what the fuck is this about? Why are you even coming for me? I don't even know you like that. This is crazy. This entire setup is crazy. That's what Glenn is saying. And then you can hear Glenn in the background after Cliff pulls him off. He said, I don't like to be lied on. This shit is being blown completely out of proportion, and I am pissed the F off. That is what Glenn says on his way walking out that scene, okay? Then you have Marie run outside to get Letitia. Come get Glenn. Come get Glenn. He's in my cousin's face, okay? So they're trying to make this seem like it was a lot bigger than what it was. But then we get a scene between Marie and her cousin, the stud. And the stud tells Marie, you know exactly what the fuck was in them DMs because you know who Glenn is. So they're having this sidebar conversation, again, completely hyping up this scene. All right. Production rolls the footage back after she says, you know exactly who the F Glenn is. And they basically play everything Glenn's ever done while he's been on the show. Taking a DNA test because he thought there was a possibility there was an outside baby. The fact that he said, she had like double or triple H's. I just wanted to see. I never saw what a triple H looked like. Letitia should be damn near a triple H, son. Like, all I'm saying is every moment of disrespect that Glenn ever presented on this show against Letitia, they played out in the scene. Okay? It was absolutely dreadful for Tisha. Now, outside, you get to hear Mandy Pandy say that she's always tried to limit her engagement with Glenn, which, in my opinion, would be a lie, because she started off that entire scene by saying, I find Glenn attractive, which means you entertained him if he was in your DMs, correct? But she said, I tried to limit my engagement because you and I are friends. I respect you. I respect marriages. We're not giving Mandy enough. Anyway, Letitia said, well, where did he hit you up at? Where did all this shit go down? She said, both in my Instagram and in my Facebook. So he had access to you on two different platforms. And never, Mandy Pandy, never once did you, tell him to move the fuck on. Because all you had to do was say, listen, listen, Glenn, child, I'm blocking you on both of these platforms. Under no circumstances should you be contacting me. You are putting me in a bad position with your wife. We are friends. That's what a real bitch would do. Don't do that. First of all, you're blocked, but I'm a block you after I tell your ass, don't ever send me a message that is going to make me uncomfortable when I am around your wife. How dare you? You low down, dirty, rotten dog. I don't know what you and Letitia have going on, but you ain't going to involve me. That's how you play it. That's how I've said it. Okay? That's my friend. I don't know what the fuck you on, but that's my friend. Don't you ever send me a message. Ever. That's how you play that. The fact that she basically was comfortable saying out loud, not only was I attracted to him, but I entertained him on Facebook. I entertained him on Instagram. Now we know what we're dealing with. Okay. So it really was the both of y'all. It really was the both of y'all. But anyway, Letitia said, well, bitch, I want to know what those messages look like. Okay. What she was supposed to do. Going ahead and show me what it was that he sent to you. Okay. And then Letitia grabbed that damn phone like she was supposed to do. She started looking at the messages. She said, is this all of them? Because for her, she was like, I don't know what this is, girl. I see something about happy birthday. I see how's your day. I see what's your number. And all this shit took place back in 2023. So why are you bringing this to the table today? Because I know me and Glenn had our issues, our problems, but we recommitted to each other. And if this shit was going on back in 2023 when you and I were friends, then I'm faulting you right now, because you should have said some shit to me back then, or you should have said something before we made it here to this party in front of everybody. And I gotta say, I don't necessarily think that Letitia is wrong for saying that at all. You're sitting here passing these messages around to everybody. And when Letitia looks at them, she actually said, bitch, is this it? Did you delete something? Because I don't see anything here. Did y'all hear that? Come on, keep hitting the like button and sharing the video, please and thank you. Right. I don't care if she leaves or not. I agree with you. If you have a friend that you know might be stuck on a dude and he might not be leaving, what the dude is never going to get a chance to do is put you in it. Okay? You will tell that man, don't you fucking call me. And I might have to, I don't want to do anything where the two of y'all are going to be. Okay? I'll hang out with you, but I can't hang out with both of y'all. Because that is just a game you don't play. You got to have them boundaries, baby. Okay? Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But she said, I'm looking at the text. And I mean, she was straining to find a problem. Now, she said at the end of the day, I don't fucking trust Glenn. Y'all know I don't trust Glenn. I have been trying to get our relationship right. But now You have put me in a position, Mandy, where I can't trust you or Latrice. And that's the real situation. Because if you love me, if you thought enough about me as a friend, you would have handled this completely different. That's Latrice's position. Okay. So I don't know. Latrice has been with that man for 28 years. And I understand that he might have done some shit that was wrong. But I also know that the people that call her friend and that love her, they know that man ain't no good. And you have to make a decision about how you handle yourself with the two of them. And right now, I don't like the way y'all handled yourself with Latrice and Glenn. I'm not saying that Glenn was right, because Glenn definitely shouldn't have been in that woman's DMs. But how that woman handled it was also wrong. And bringing it to that platform the way she did was also wrong. So come on in, hit the like button, share the video. Anyway, by the time it was all over, said and done, Letitia said, oh, well, let me also say this. While all this is happening with the women, because the women is in a huddle and they're having their conversation about Glenn. But while all that's happening, Glenn is in his own damn huddle. And Cliff is trying to get Glenn together. Cliff said, listen, don't act like you're guilty. Don't act like you fucking guilty. Get your shit together. You know what they about to do. You know they trying to bring this shit to you. And Glenn was like, I ain't guilty. That's the problem. I'm tired of this bullshit. I don't like the way this is happening. Come on in. Welcome to the chat. 97 of y'all here. Hit my like button and share the video, okay? Also, hype me up. Hype me up, okay? But anyway, Letitia said gloves are off. Gloves are off. Did you sleep with this girl or no? Did you sleep with her or no? And Mandy is standing there and she's like, tell the truth. Tell the truth. And I'm thinking that the dude is going to say, yeah, I slept with her. I don't know what Mandy is looking for here. I don't know if she wants him to say, I'm attracted to you. I don't know. But whatever Mandy is looking for, even that feels like too much of a stretch. You've just showed the DMs to the lady. So now you're saying it was even more than that. Tell the truth. That took me off guard. And then you hear Glenn said, I ain't fuck nothing and I ain't take nothing home. Okay? Which embarrasses Mandy a little bit. It does embarrass her a little bit. But why? Why did you even give him the opportunity to say that? Why would you even say tell the truth? You tell the truth. If you know more, if there's something else going on, and you told that lady you was going to pull her outside so that you didn't embarrass her, then don't do that here. You're still doing too much. That's what I think. I don't know. What do y'all think? I should have asked y'all in the poll. Oh, okay, girl. Yeah. After she says tell the truth, he said, we danced. That's all we did. We danced. What type of dancing? Was you grinding? What? I don't know. This is where I'm confused. Mandy just wanted to start a little chaos. Yeah, I feel like Mandy did a little bit too much. I think she did a little bit too much. I think she probably would have fared better if she would have said, I know I brought this shit to you here, but how about you and I talk about this later? Or I don't know. For her to continue to try to get Glenn to say something we all know he's not going to say. And then even him right now saying all we did was dance. That's it. We only dance. That's letting me know that he's playing you stupid. And since you were the first to say you were attracted to him, you were the first to start it. That looks like you did a little bit more than what you were supposed to do as a friend. Because Letitia is saying, I don't know why they didn't show us the text messages. Production should have pulled them text messages and rolled them on the screen so that we could see them too. But we didn't see them. But if Letitia is looking at them and she was like, girl, is this it? Because happy birthday ain't enough for me. Okay, this was my birthday. What else did he do? What else did he do? Come on in. Mandy either wants Glenn or she was trying to become relevant for the show. I think she wants Glenn. I'm not going to lie. I think when she said she was attracted to Glenn, I think she meant it. I don't know. I don't have friends who tell me that they're attracted to my husband. I've never had that experience. If there's somebody in the chat that's had that experience and y'all kept rocking with that friend, let me know. Because I've never heard of that before. Projection is usually messy and shows them. I have to say that probably there was nothing there. I don't know. This was a man that she liked as a bisexual woman. I think it was more messages. The messages got lost. Or the last message was in 2025. We find that out when she's having a conversation with Latrice. Hold on, child. Gloria said never, but Georgia Peach said that she had a situation where her cousin Terry told her that she was attracted to her cousin or attracted to her man, and she said we fell out right after that. Okay. Child. Anyway, the scene ends after that with Tisha saying, I don't trust Latrice, I don't trust Mandy, and I don't trust Glenn. They're all trash at the end of the day for me, because she said those are women who knew that she was having a hard time in her marriage, and for them to have brought this shit to her like this, and for her not to see anything that should get her up out of her skin. She said this was a setup. This was an ambush. And she said this is done by bitches who just don't like her and don't care about her. He had no business even texting her. They don't do business together. I wouldn't be much after that to explain. It wouldn't be much after that to explain. I hear you. Oh, hold on. You have said that I have some that says my husband is nice looking, but that's it. Okay. But that's it. Not at my age. I keep an eye on every damn one. Okay. Listen, this is an important question. That's a question I should have put on the poll. Some of y'all might be afraid to put it into the text, into the chat, but I'm going to actually do a poll because I want to know the answer for this. The poll is anonymous, so y'all can say whatever you like, and nobody, not even me, knows the answer, okay? So I want to know this question. Hold on, child. We're about to ask it. Has a friend, family, whoever it is, told you they were attracted to your husband? And I'm going to say spouse. I'm going to make it gender neutral, okay? Attracted to your spouse. And y'all answer for me in the chat, in the poll, please. Yes or no? I'm not going to give y'all a third option. Yes or no? Take that damn poll and let me know. Let me know what it truly is. Because I have to see. I have to see what you guys are doing over here in these streets. I know times have changed, but men, literally, they know better than to play that game with other men and their wives. I don't know. This might be something new that women allow. Okay. All right. Let's move on. You keep that attraction on the inside. Have a secret attraction and keep it quiet. Listen, like I've never fixed my mouth to say that about anybody either. I think there's boundaries, and I think you got to know how to keep your shit together. Okay. So far, 92% of y'all say, hell nah. I ain't never told or have never had anybody in my family or a friend of mine tell me that they were attracted to my spouse. Attracted to, not you have a nice looking spouse, but I'm attracted to him. I'm attracted to her. That's what I want to know. Okay, cool. Anyway, let's get to the next day. The next day, oh, Latrice is literally in mourning. She is in mourning for her delulu, okay? The delusion that she was living in for the last couple of years or months regarding her husband, the stories that she told herself in order to think that that man was still faithful and not cheating on her, okay? Not even with her friends, you know what I'm saying? Not with nobody. Anyway, she is mourning that. And she said after she left that party, she couldn't even mess with Glenn. She didn't want to talk to Glenn. She didn't want to hear shit he had to say. I'm surprised that she didn't leave with an Uber, because if that really happened the way it did, then Letitia would have probably laid hands on Glenn while he was driving. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hurt yourself, because that's the type of shit that you can't leave a party from together. Y'all got to drive in separate cars. I think I heard Kimmy say that. She was like, child, Melody used to ask questions when we would have these couples meetups that had us driving home in separate cars, because we would be fighting. Okay, the couples would be fighting after that, and that was one of those fucking moments. Okay, we got to leave in a separate car because I might hurt you on the way. That's all there is to it. But she said, I am in mourning for my Delulu, and she looks horrible. Okay, not horrible, actually. I don't want to say that because I don't call Black women ugly, but she didn't have her makeup on, okay? And I actually liked her without all the makeup. Keep hitting the like button and sharing the video and hyping it up. I actually liked her without all of that makeup on. But anyway, she came in barefaced, and Marie and Carrie stopped by to, bring her some spaghetti and some, all the stuff they do when you're in mourning. Girl, I know you got too much on your plate. You can't cook, okay? I done brought you something to drink. I done brought food for the kids. You got some Texas toast in there. All the stuff that you got to do to keep people okay. Because you know that they're depressed, and right now they ain't got it to give. They basically came with that. Okay. Hold on. Anyway, I'm gonna get to your comment in just a second. Anyway, Tisha said that those hoes ambushed her and that she had to sleep in a separate room from Glenn. She was sleeping in her son's bed. They got a young son, y'all know that, Josh. She was sleeping in Josh's bed. And right now, she's even considering leaving the collective, because never have I ever, she said, never in a million years would she do the shit that Latrice and Mandy did to her. She said that was the lowest thing she has ever seen. And she has never gone that low with any of the ladies in this group. And Marie sat on the side and let her get it out. And then she said, well, bitch, I know that you are hurt. And I'm going to apologize to you for even saying it, but I'm going to get it out. Okay. She said, I told you that Latrice was a snake. Ain't nothing about the bitch that says that she walks standing up. Okay. She slithers. She's always slithered. And I've always tried to tell you that. And you've always defended her and said that that was your friend. Now you see the light. And then we get a flashback of every time Latrice was supposed to have done something dirty to Letitia. Child, production is on top of it. Do you hear me? Anyway, keep coming in. Listen, let me see. Lady Blue said, my partner mentioned my friend had called the house. She knew I was at work. Say what now? What? It happened again when I was at home. He said, I was at home and did she want to speak to me? No. She answered no and hung up. So your husband said, do you want to speak to my wife? And she said no and hung up. Are you still friends today, Lady Blue? Child, what? Anyway, listen, we know she ain't going nowhere. That's not the point. The point is, you're in a barrel of snakes at some point. You got to realize, if you choose to be friends with somebody who might have a weird relationship with a spouse, that doesn't mean you join in and try to figure out a new way to put a monkey wrench in it. That's not your job as a friend. Your job as a friend is to say, listen, y'all got some shit going on that it's beyond my comprehension, but I'm not gonna play with y'all. Okay. That's crazy to me. Okay, hold on. Um, what I would have called her and said, child, Lady Blue, I need to know if y'all are still friends, child. She said she's not sure she wants to be a part of the collective. So she didn't necessarily threaten to leave her man, but she did threaten to leave this fucking show. I mean, the collective is a show, ain't it? The collective is the show. She said, I've never had anybody do this to me before. And she said she thought that she was inside of a barrel of snakes. And right now she doesn't know who to trust. But anyway, the usher board, they ended up giving her a hug and she boo-hooed it out, child. And she put it on thick. Some of that boo-hooing wasn't even called for, but you heard her go, ooh, 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 ooh. And I laughed a little bit, I ain't gonna lie. But she started boo-hooing, and Marie and Carrie hug her tight, child, and rock her a little bit and tell her it's gonna be okay, and told her that despite the fact that Latrice and Mandy might be two hoes you can never trust again, they are solid, and they thought that the way she handled herself was solid. They said you actually were you handled yourself well, despite the fact that you are torn to pieces right now. How you handled yourself when you were over there at Latrice's house was stand up. Okay. Anyway, come on in. Welcome to the chat. 122 of you are here. Hype me up. Hit my like button. All the things. Okay. And share the video because that's how others find me. Okay. So a lot of people are saying, listen, Latrice is getting her damn lick back. I've heard this a couple of times. Latrice is getting her lick back. It is what it is. She said they're not real friends anyway. I never have tried to fight my friend before. Letitia is just getting back what she put out there. She's not going to leave. What you call her, boss hog? She's not going to leave the show. She's boss hog. And I know that you have brought that over here from Terrence's channel because I've heard him call that woman boss hog. Oh my goodness. Okay, come on in. Welcome. Hey there, friend. Welcome, Erica. I just want her to have an ounce of the same energy for Glenn. Listen, I know y'all don't like to believe this, but there are a lot of women who have a traditional old school relationship where, the men get to do whatever he gonna do and have other families around the corner. And then, later in life when nobody's shit work, y'all end up meeting each other and, y'all talk to each other at the funeral. That's how it worked for many, many years. And it's still that way for a lot of folks. Okay. Your job, though, I would say, if you are one of the new age ladies like myself, your job is not to get in the middle of their shit. You are supposed to watch from afar. If you want to talk about it, but don't play in it. Okay. Don't get your hands dirty. That's what my grandfather would say. Don't you get your hands dirty. Okay. That ain't your business. And Latrice and Mandy got their hands dirty. That's the problem. Okay, moving on. We are here to talk about Carrie and Matt. Now, listen, do y'all like Carrie and Matt? They're the new couple on the show. It looks like they are taking Akeisha, her parts a little bit. But do y'all like Carrie? Put a 2 in the chat if you like her. Put a 5 in the chat if you're like, I can take it or I can leave her. Come on in. Welcome. 2 of you like Carrie. A 5 if you think you can take or leave Carrie. It's not a big deal. She ends up surprising Matt. She did a pop-up while he is at his, I guess he's training somebody. I think he says he mentors people who are professional sports athletes. He said Black athletes don't always have somebody that they can talk to. So that's his job. And he's showing someone how to play baseball. Carrie and Matt end up talking about what happened at the party the night before. And Matt said he thought the whole shit was a mess. He said, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. It was absolutely ugly and a mess. And he said, I feel bad for Glenn because he shouldn't have had to go through that shit. And Carrie said, oh, so you sliding in Glenn's DMs now, right? And he said, yeah, well, at the end of the day, they was really doing too much. He just didn't like the way it went down. Carrie said, well, I actually reached out to his wife, Letitia, and, I feel bad for her. I think that I would think that Glenn was over this shit. I've heard about some of the stuff he's done to Letitia around town, and I thought he was over it. I wasn't expecting him to come through and do this shit the way he's doing it now. Anyway, Carrie said, anytime I see shit like that go down, I am always grateful that you and I don't have them problems. And I don't know if y'all paid attention to that, but Matt told Carrie to pump her motherfucking brakes. He said, well, we got our flaws. Okay, what you're not going to do, Carrie, is make it seem like you and I are perfect individually or inside this marriage. Matt put the kibosh on that entire thing. A lot of y'all are saying that y'all could take or leave Carrie, that you don't like her that much, I guess. Okay, he sure did. He said, baby, don't you talk too quick. I saw it. I leaned in like, what now? What now? He said, we got our flaws. This marriage has its flaws. And Carrie was like, yeah, I mean, I understand, but we ain't like that. And he was like, don't put too much on us. Don't put too much on us, okay? He also reminded Carrie that she's real busy. He said, you got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It could be a situation out here where you are a Letitia and I am a Glenn because somebody done pulled up in my DMs. Did y'all catch that? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Okay. He was not playing. Still getting to know her? Okay, well, I'm going to say this. I think I like Matt more than I like Carrie. I think Matt is keeping Carrie real honest on this show. Okay. He's about it. Yes, I said the same thing. I went, no, he didn't. He slowed that girl's roll so damn quick. She thought she was going to say, at least we ain't like them. And then he's going to get even further into that conversation in another scene. So we'll talk about it. Come on in. Welcome to the chat, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. All right. Now let's talk about Marie and Cedric. Next scene, Marie and Cedric. Now, y'all know when Marie was at Sid's house and she said one thing led to another, and that kitchen was totally cleaned up, and she was in there with her head tied, making bacon and eggs, and Sid was laying in that damn bed. I said, why do they want us to think that Marie and Sid got down in that bed? That is a twin size bed. And if Sid was off the bed and it was just Marie, only half of Marie's body can fit. One of Marie's thighs, her leg, her thigh, one half of her ass cheek is going to be hanging out the bed. Okay. So don't do that. We don't believe you, baby. But the way Marie came over and said, come on in, everybody. The way Marie came in there and said, look, I know that, for whatever these reasons are, you men want to keep extra space with a bed in it so that you can hang out. She said, I don't like that. She said, what's your intentions for me and Zuri? What's your intentions for me and Zuri? Because I like this relationship. She started explaining how her and Sid is moving real fast and how this is the dream relationship that she has been wanting. Okay. But she said, what's going on with you? How you gonna do right by me and Zuri? And he was like, bitch, this is not what you put in the contract I signed right before this season. You told me to pretend like we were back together. Now you want me to pretend like we engage, or you want me to put a ring on your finger. You want me to pretend like, I'm going to be moving in with you. He's confused, and he seems confused in every scene. He just puts this big smile on his face. Like, and it's not a hey girl, I'm with you smile. It's a bitch, what are you talking about smile? He's confused. But he's like this, like, And he looks over at the bed. He said, "You really don't like that bed?" No, baby, nobody likes bed. First off, you need a new bed. You need a new bed just because it's too small for you. Okay? Ain't nobody laying in that damn 20 twin. You are grown, sir. And need I point out that it is a sleigh bed? It's a sleigh bed, sir. I didn't even know men slept in sleigh beds. But Marie said, "You're going to have to get rid of that motherfucker because when you and I were together, that's the same exact bed that you used to take your conquest, and I don't like it. So I want you to get rid of it altogether." Okay? Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit the like button, share the video. Yes, it's the 20 twin bed. Okay? Cedric said, "I don't know why that bed bothers you, but if it does, I guess I'll get rid of it." I mean, he was very hesitant. He didn't say, "You right, um, I'm moving over to your house." Literally in episode 1, when Marie dropped on us that her and Sid was reconsidering their relationship, she said, "I come over to his house the majority of the time because I don't want him to get used to what's going on at my shit. We have to keep a separate relationship until we know for sure." We are on what is this, the 4th episode? And she's already telling this man to get rid of this house, get rid of that bed, and live with me in Zuri. Okay? I went, "Girl, nobody's doing that." And even said, "I'm going to keep this house." So he said, "I'm keeping this house in case my son might want to come over here. I got family that might want to hang out here. This is my shit. I'm not going to get rid of it, okay? But the bed, if you want me to upgrade it, cool. Okay, I needed a new mattress anyway. You have no idea the bouncing I do in this bed. And it's not always with you, okay? Come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate y'all. Marie is smaller than she presents on camera. Oh, they're all smaller for sure. But I'm just getting off these jokes. They are all smaller. I'm not saying that she is unattractive or a big, big woman at all. I'm saying that Marie is a brick house, and brick house don't sleep in a twin bed. That's what I'm saying. My bad. Marie is shaped like a brick house. She done went to the store and got all that shit, the ass, the titties, the whole 9, the hips. All of that can't fit in that twin bed by herself or with Sid. And I want them to stop playing with us, the audience, okay? Anyway, after all of that, I guess they start talking about what happened at the party. They start talking about what happened at the party. Look, More Lies said, "Gross." What's gross, ma'am? You don't like Marie? My bad. Sorry. I got lost in my notes. I do feel like Sid did give her 100 reasons why not to get rid of that place before he said, "I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. My family's going to stay here, but we can progress. I'll take half of that check. Whatever you got, okay? This is the real TJ contract, okay? The one TJ said Stacy made him the one TJ said that Stacy had him sign, or she signed, to get 50% of her earnings. That's what's going on here. Anyway, said he didn't like that damn party that Latrice threw. The questions were horrible. And he said, "Was the game supposed to ruin marriages? Like, what the hell is going on?" The fact that the men on this show is more agitated with that game and what it did in the aftermath than anybody else says everything that I need to know. Because he said it, Matt said it. Why are y'all playing games like this with each other? Y'all know damn well y'all fall out over the smallest things. So why would this happen at one of these parties? Okay, come on in, come on in. Anyway, she said, "Of course the men are mad about it." I mean, it was a dirty trick. I understand that people think that what's her name, Letitia, is supposed to break up with Glenn. Stop wishing for people to break up. Sometimes people are in those relationships for a reason. There is a reason people are attracted to each other. Y'all have no idea what you're going to put them in after. They could be in a whole new world of hell that's nothing like the hell they knew. Okay, a million times worse. People leave things when they're ready. They shouldn't be forced to get out of it. But anyway, moving on to Carrie. Back to Carrie and her man, her man, her man. Carrie, I want Carrie to play it a little safer than how she's playing it. I feel like she's putting it on way too thick when it comes to her in that relationship. And the way her husband is like super stone face when he speaks, because he'll look at her, and I don't know if y'all can see my eyes, but he looks down at her like this when she's talking sometimes, like you're doing too much. And he doesn't do anything extra. He's not necessarily supporting her. He just wants her to like course correct. Like there's something wrong with how you're talking. Okay? Way too thick. But she shows up and she blindfolds him and she's walking him out talking about, I got a surprise for you. I heard everything you said and now Big Mama's going to take care of Big Daddy. And girl, cut it out. I almost puked in my mouth. I kid you not. Don't stop doing this, girl. You're going to mess your whole life up. You're going to mess your life up. I'm not playing. I appreciate Matt for trying to keep you on track. But basically, she throws this party, or excuse me, not even a party, but she throws this dinner like, I want us to, get closer and blah, 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 blah. And yeah, it's cute in a moment. I like it. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the women and the men have a moment. That's what she did. But she's emphasizing how she's going to do better and how it's going to be a lot more of this. And we going to, I'm going to turn you out and all this other stuff. And he's like, so not interested. Really? Okay. I'm going to hold you to it. Like, don't do that either. If you sound like you want to watch the game or mow the grass while she's in here telling you how she's going to rock your world, let me say it off my damn, sorry about this, y'all. I didn't mean to keep twinning up. You sit here telling him how you going to rock his damn world while he's like, okay, we'll see. Girl, he's not interested either. Y'all have been married for a long time. Stop playing. That's not how it even goes. But anyway, long story short, while she's emphasizing all of this, I feel like he is even further emphasizing, you and I are not a perfect couple. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. And we have not had a perfect marriage. He brings that back to the table, even in this scene, which lets me know that y'all both, or at least he has had some groupies that he's entertained. And it's going to come out. And hopefully he's not still doing it. I hope that he's not still doing it. But, and it sounds like he might have even be suggesting that you've had an affair or two of your own. However, this story is going to come out, it will, as long as y'all are on the show. But that's where they are right now. What did y'all think of that scene, child? I thought it was crazy. My type of family barbecue. Anyway, y'all know how they play this shit. It was cute, but I do like Matt. I'm appreciating Matt more and more. Y'all know we don't always get this level of cut it out from the husbands. I think we saw it a little bit in Cliff, but Cliff just seems so over the top that people didn't like him that much. But anyway, moving on. I didn't even talk about this scene. My bad. Let's go back a little bit. We're going to talk about the scene with Latrice before I get into the other scene with Glenn and Letitia. I skipped it. Latrice. Let's get to Latrice. My bad, y'all. I'm so sorry. I skipped a scene. It is out of order, but hold on. Now I done lost my light, child. Okay. So Latrice meets up with her hairstylist, Mandy, okay, to talk about what happened at the party. My bad. Anyway, Latrice says that Cliff is giving her the blues because he said that when his friends come over to the house, that his friends should feel safe. And that's true. I wouldn't want to invite anybody to my house that is being ambushed. I think that's some bullshit. But he said that his friends should feel safe, and he had a problem with Latrice and how she handled everything. Come on in. Uh-oh, Andre is in the house. I love to see Andre, child. Come on in. He said Latrice's hairdresser was messy, sending text messages to a married man. She did entertain it, Andre. You're absolutely right. We're not going to pretend that she didn't entertain it. Anyway, Latrice admits, I did create those questions, but I was just trying to have a little fun. I shouldn't be responsible for the other shit that played out at the party. Latrice does not want to take responsibility. And I'm not sure why, because Latrice, you brought the gas, you brought the fire, you brought the match. So you did do it, girl. Anyway, Mandy said, I'm going to need you to just blame everything on the Henny because I wouldn't have done that if I wasn't drunk. Okay. I would have probably done it outside of all of the party. I would have waited and, I would have been a little softer in my approach. I really hate that it happened there. But you know me. After I get a little hen in me, little hen dog, I can't take it. The words just start coming out of my mouth. I have no control over it. Anyway, she apologizes to Latrice, and Latrice accepts her apology. She said, I would have never let any of that go down at your house otherwise. In confessional, Latrice says, listen, I believe her. She said, I 1000% believe her. She's a down ass friend. She's a genuine person. However, my only problem is I'm caught in the middle of all of this, including my husband. My husband's giving me grief. I know Letitia thinks I'm a bad friend now. I'm still in the middle of this. Friendships have been damaged. Marriage has been damaged. And she shrugs her shoulders off, okay? And she shrugs her shoulders off. Uh-oh, come on in, y'all. Y'all know what to do. Get yourself something. Kenny, Kung Fu Kenny is keeping the party going with the dance, okay? Anyway, at the end of it, they both end up blaming Glenn, and they said that that's when Mandy said, and truth be told, okay, quiet as kept, the mother effer still is trying to get with me because it was just a few months ago that he put his arm around me. He put his arm around my waist, and she said another friend of theirs had to tell him to move on, okay? And Latrice said, I know you lying. She said, no, no. So Mandy and this man have been entertaining each other, even if it was light flirting and even if it did not get to the point of where they, did the do, she still entertained it. She entertained it like he entertained it. Period. They daydreamed about each other. They called each other big head in them texts. Hey, big head, what you doing? Okay. They did all of that. Oh, hold on. That's one thing that I don't play. If you allow someone to disrespect me in your home, it's a done deal. I may talk to you every so often, but it'll never be the same, especially if you don't speak up. I agree. I'm going to say that he's not wrong. My friends should not feel like they are in danger in my house, period, at all, ever. So, yeah. Is Latrice trying to break up Glenn and Cliff's friendship so that he can start coming home at night? You might have something. Okay. Anyway, after that went down, now let's get to the final scene, which is the Pearsons' house. Now we're at the Pearsons, baby. So Glenn is doing some sort of home projects. He's stapling down something, child. He got saws and all kinds of stuff around there, right? And his stepdaddy tells him, listen, I know you're going through some shit. Sometimes life throw you a curveball, but you're a good man, son. You are a good man. Don't tuck your tail between your legs. Don't put your head down. You're going to get over this like you get over everything else, okay? Glenn says, listen, I'm tired of this shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired of it. My house is cold. My wife is giving me the silent treatment. I fought hard to get the two of us right. And now we are all the way back into that old bullshit over some lies, okay? He said, I am tired of this. I'm tired of this. And he said, I used to think of Latrice and Cliff as family, but not no more. This is what the enemy does, okay? He called them the enemy. And just like that, his friendship with Cliff, because we thought Cliff and Glenn was definitely the color purple of that damn show, okay? But he said, I don't fuck with him anymore. I'm done. If he lets his wife do that, if I can't come into his home without worrying about what's going to happen to me, I'm done. He said they're the enemy, okay? Get that. Anyway, after he gets that off, Tisha walks into the room for the first time. I guess they're supposed to talk because he said that she hasn't been talking to him. She said they haven't been talking, that she has been keeping her distance. But she walked out to the garage, and she's still clean faced. She is still in mourning. She is still in mourning for her relationship. And she tells, but her stepdaddy or whatever, stepdaddy-in-law, he said, you look beautiful, okay? I want you to know I'm praying for y'all. He's doing all the stuff that family members do. I'm praying for y'all. You are going to get over this. You ain't supposed to let no outside person mess up what's going on inside, period, okay? So he tells her the speech she's supposed to hear, and she comes out, she tells Glenn, we got to talk. And he said, are you going to talk? Or are you going to tell me what to do in regards to fixing this house? Are you here to give directions? What's really going on? And Letitia said, listen, when you and I decided that we was going to move forward, that we were going to recommit to each other, for me, that meant that I was never supposed to go into a room where some bitch knew something about you and her that I didn't know. I was never supposed to be ambushed by new information. You were supposed to protect me from that, okay? And she's not lying. That's true, okay? That's true. You were supposed to protect him. And he said, Tisha, that was some bullshit. And I at this point, I don't even know how, because I can't tell you every bitch that I'm in a room with that I've tried to, F on. Everybody I've tried to F on at one point. So I don't know how to protect you from that. He said, you mad at the wrong person. I didn't set you up. I didn't set that scene up. That was Latrice and Mandy. And that's who you should be fucking mad at, because this isn't the first time you've been brought some information that wasn't true by Latrice. And now, again, we get this montage of things that Latrice has done to bring to Letitia about her husband. He said she's the problem. That's why I said you got to be careful bringing that information to somebody, because they will bump your ass right on out that friendship. Okay, come on in. Come on in. Hit the like button. Glenn gets pissed the way he's supposed to. Now he's punching at the air and shit. He said, those mother effers, those mother don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about my son, my family, my nothing. I'm tired of this shit. Okay. So now he starts giving it energy because he wants to seem like he's more angry than his wife, right? And he says, that's it. I'm done with Latrice and Cliff. I'm done. Anyway, Letitia says that at the end of the day, Glenn, she's tired of him giving people the ammunition to come after her and the family they are trying to keep. She said, you keep giving them the ammunition. When are you going to stop with this bullshit? I'm just done. I'm tired. I'm done. And then she starts crying. And then he puts his arms around her and said, I understand. I know what you mean. I get it. I get it. Okay. And then the both of them rock. They rock and they cry, child. And she has her hands over her eyes. And she said, I just can't do it no more. I just can't do it no more. And that was how it ended, okay? That was how it ended. Listen, I'm gonna still give this episode a 10 out of 10. Do you hear me? I thought it was excellent. I am actually enjoying this entire storyline. I think they only got 8 episodes, so we got FOMO left. FOMO. Yeah, and scene. Letitia is giving us her best Juilliard, and I love it. Anytime somebody rocks and cries, baby, you got it. Should never have put himself in that situation. Good job, Glendale. She believes you. Okay, listen. All I'm going to say is Glendale's giving us good acting too. I like that he flipped out at the end and said, those mother don't care about me or my family. My son, you don't care about us. He's not necessarily lying though. He's not lying though. When you have when your friends are your friends, they think about you as a whole. They think about you as a couple. They think about what happens to your children. Those are how you make decisions about what you say to people. Because at the end of the day, as Latrice pointed out when she was walking with Mandy, we know she's not leaving that relationship. So then why did you do it? Okay. Glenn doesn't care about his own family. You better perform, baby. I hear you. I am full now. This food was good. Thanks for the picnic. You are very welcome. Listen, that's just, yeah, listen, I told y'all. I'm reading these comments laughing. Should have told him not to be entertaining others. Listen, if Mandy was truly a friend, she would have blocked Glenn. She would have blocked Glenn the first message, but she entertained it because she was the one who said, I'm attracted to Glenn. And she said multiple times in the first episode, she said it, if I want Glenn, I could have him look at Letitia, look at me. What did she say in the second one? Same thing. If I wanted to F on Glenn, I could have. She said that when they were outside. If I wanted to, I could have. And then she says it a third time in the scene with Latrice. Everybody knows that if I wanted to sleep with Glenn, I could have. You did want to sleep with Glenn. That's the part you're leaving off the table. You absolutely wanted to sleep with Glenn. Girl, don't. Why are people acting like Mandy is a stand-up person? She is not. Come on in. People are tempted. I will say, you're human. You might see people that you're attracted to. That doesn't mean you act on it. That doesn't mean that you entertain it through DMs and shit like that. If people are going to be honest, you don't die when you get married. Your eyes don't fall out your head and roll down the street. You are attracted to people when you are married too. But your job isn't to act on it. And you damn sure don't do it with your friends. Period. And she said it on multiple times. That's why I find it so funny. She has said it pretty much every scene that she's been in, that she does find Glenn attractive. And not just that she finds him attractive. She's attractive. She said, if I wanted to, okay, I could have slipped up on it. She sure did. She sure did. Now, we ain't gonna pretend like married women are not attracted to other men. We've been attracted. We don't act on it. You see and be like, that's a good looking man. And you keep your ass a moving. That's it. You don't exchange numbers or say, hey, talk to me in the DMs. That you don't do. She was never a friend. That's why I couldn't even film with her. Real life, it would have been up and stuck. Okay. Period. This is what Latrice had to say, y'all. Hold on. I'm putting up every picture except the one that's supposed to be up there. Latrice got called the setup queen in the scene, and she said, "Setup queen, please. I don't have to set up anyone. I've already survived the setups against me. I'm too focused on building actual businesses, not fake drama for attention." Hashtag Belle Collective. So she wants people to think that she didn't have anything to do with it, okay? You damn right I'm not blind, okay? I'm not blind, and my husband isn't blind either. I just be like, hey, you looking too long. Okay, facts. Neither one of y'all are blind. And if you've been together for a long time, you know when your partner is attracted to somebody or they think somebody's attractive. But you laugh at that shit, be like, child, you better get in the car. You better get in the car. You better do what you're supposed to do. But what you're never going to do, you're never going to entertain it. Two things can be true. Okay. She wants that man. So her coming to what I thought was fugazi was when she came to Latrice and said, or excuse me, Letitia, and said, "You and I are friends, and that's why I'm coming to you, because I just wanted you to know this part." And then in the next breath said, "If I wanted him, I could have had him." That's dirty. That's dirty. And if Letitia, because I realized that this was all being heard for the first time, but if Letitia was on something different, she could have went for her at Latrice's house. She could have whooped her ass at Latrice's house if that's what she was on. Okay. But she was just trying to get the details out there. But according to Latrice, she said that this shit was a fake scene. She said, "I'm not focused on this fake ass drama." So she's also saying what we've seen. They might be putting 20 on 10 on some of this, right? You went to the DR, and I was like, "Where you going?" I can see these women are beautiful, but I know he sees it too. Yeah, you know. Okay. Look, you go to the DR, what's the first thing you say? You better put your dark shades on, because if I see them eyes staring at somebody too long, I'm going to knock your eyes out, okay? Go ahead and put the blackout shades on so nobody can see you, including me seeing you, okay? But yes. So, y'all, that was it. I'm happy that y'all came through to listen to the Belle Collective today. I think it is a fine show. It is entertaining us. I just want to put out there that even though this is supposed to be these people's real lives, y'all know that this is edited television. So they've told us 101 times, sometimes in order to get the scenes that they need so that we can be entertained, the audience, they'll make them film them multiple times until it's just right. So we're not watching people's first time reactions. Y'all know what I mean? So don't go giving anybody the blues. I might have called Mandy a couple of names, but I think that she deserves to live her hoe ass life however she chooses to live it. I think she deserves to live her life however she chooses to live it. She's a young thing, and the young woman who has come up under the cat stacks era, they will not be hidden, child. They will be seen. So if what's his name? If Glenn is dumb enough to get caught, he's dumb enough to get caught. Okay? Period. And that is it. That is all. Let me put my screen back up here. Anyways, I want to thank my moderator for coming in and helping out today. I think I had you and Lady D Keys, Clone and Lady D Keys, for coming through today. I appreciate y'all. Thank you to everyone who came to the cookout and hung out today. I appreciate you too. Thanks to Kenny for keeping the party going, baby. He was over there on the grill and dancing and things. Thank you to Kenny. Anyway, I love you guys. Hit my like button, share the video, hype me up, please, and thank you. Okay. Follow me on all my platforms at DYANAROZAY. The links are in the description box. Thank you to my members who came out and hung out with me today. I love you guys too for supporting me always, always. And until the next time, I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with DYANAROZAY. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.